Lieutenant Harrison was a stormtrooper during the height of the Empire's reign. He was a tough and mysterious individual who took no BS from anyone. Harrison was one of the last stormtroopers standing when the Empire fell after the Battle of Endor. He refused to give up his stormtrooper armor and went into hiding, becoming a bounty hunter to make ends meet. Harrison had seen it all during his time in the Empire. He had been on countless missions, put down multiple uprisings, and even witnessed the death of the Emperor himself. But now, he was on his own, living day by day, taking whatever bounties he could get. Harrison had been making a name for himself in the bounty hunter community. He had developed a reputation for being a no-nonsense hunter who always got his mark. He had worked with many other bounty hunters over the years, and had developed a network of contacts across the galaxy. One day, Harrison received a message from one of his contacts about a new bounty. It was a high-profile mark with a massive payout. The only catch was that there were others after the same bounty, and they were just as skilled as Harrison. Harrison knew he had to act fast if he was going to get the bounty. He gathered his gear and set off for the cantina where the contact had told him to meet. As he entered the cantina, Harrison scanned the room, looking for any signs of his competition. He saw a group of bounty hunters led by a Mandalorian in the corner, all armed and ready for a fight. A Mandalorian, easily recognizable by his distinctive armor. Harrison knew he was in for a tough fight, but he wasn't going to back down. He approached the Mandalorian and challenged him to a one-on-one fight to determine who would get the bounty. The Mandalorian accepted, and the two combatants moved to a secluded corner of the cantina to settle their dispute. The fight was intense, with both men giving it their all. But in the end, Harrison was outmatched and outgunned. The Mandalorian had beaten him, and he was left lying on the ground, bleeding and defeated. As the Mandalorian stood there victoriously, he began to slowly walk out the cantina. Harrison laid there, gasping for air. He knew this was the end of the road for him. He had pushed himself too far and had finally met his match. As he closed his eyes for the last time, Harrison thought back to his time in the Empire. He had been a loyal soldier, a defender of the Empire. But in the end, he had been cast aside like so many others. He had become a bounty hunter, a mercenary, a hired gun. And now, he was just another casualty of the galaxy's endless wars. But as his life slipped away, Harrison felt a sense of peace. He knew that his time as a stormtrooper had come to an end, but he had no regrets. He had fought for what he believed in, and in the end, that was all that mattered. As his vision faded and his consciousness slipped away, Harrison whispered a final message to anyone who might be listening. Long live the Empire.